Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and in today's video we're going to be sitting back and talking about what Animal Crossing's 2.0 update could look like. So Animal Crossing New Horizons is currently on update 1.6 as of me making this video, and every time it gets an update it goes up in the number. However, a 2.0 update would likely be a pretty big update, so I wanted to speculate on what that could be like, when it could happen, and some of my ideas for it. So if you guys are excited for this video, be sure to leave a like, and let's get straight into this. So I want to bring over some of the things that I think could happen in a 2.0 update for Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you guys know video games do tend to get massive updates like this. Sometimes it happens a lot later in their life, sometimes it happens more early on, but I think since Animal Crossing New Horizons is kind of following a very similar update pattern to how Pocket Camp did it, I think that we could see a pretty decent sized 2.0 update come on the anniversary of the game in March 2021. That would mean Animal Crossing is 1 year old, which is really exciting. New Horizons specifically will be 1 year old. And I think that would be a good time to put the game forwards to 2.0, and of course with that they'd have to do some pretty cool changes. Now we do know an update is coming out in January that's going to bring Pave, but let's be honest, I think most of us are just kind of expecting Pave and his event, some new items, and maybe some small hidden stuff, but nothing crazy. But I really do think in March for the anniversary of the game, they're not going to miss out on the chance to do a big update for the game. And we are actually so close to 2.0, so if it doesn't happen in March, I definitely think it'll happen sometime next year. I'm going to talk about some of the things that I think could actually happen, and starting that off, I have to talk about quality of life changes. I do think we could see some really good quality of life changes come. For example, I do think we could finally see stuff like bulk crafting happen. It seems to me like they've delayed this to keep this as an update later on because it seems like such an obvious update to add. I don't think this is something that was, something they never wanted to add. I do think it's something they wanted to add, but they kept it to keep players playing more. I'm not sure I agree with that logic, but I know it's something that mobile games do a lot, and like I did mention, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp does take a lot from New Horizons does take a lot from Pocket Camp, so perhaps they could be following the same sort of model there. We're trying to keep people playing for longer by bringing out these updates, and we could see a very similar model because I do remember Pocket Camp getting a pretty big update on its anniversary too, so that could be something similar here. I think finally we will get to see Nook's Cranny get an upgrade, maybe even 2 upgrades. That'd be certainly very cool. I can't speak for the Able sisters, I really don't know if that would ever upgrade. I mean, it never has in other games. But from, what we kind of know from data mines and such, obviously this video will have some minor spoilers, so if you don't want that, I will just warn there will be some minor spoilers here. But from data mines, we do know that eventually this store will actually upgrade. And I think the 2.0 update would be the perfect time to introduce that. It would give players something new to work towards again. It'd be a pretty darn cool new change in my opinion, and something that I personally think we really need. So I'm so hoping they allow us to finally upgrade our Nook's Cranny. It'd be great if we could upgrade the Able sisters too. Either way, we just need more selections in the Nook's Cranny. Please make it happen. I'm begging you, Nintendo, give us some upgrades for our stores, and maybe even allow us to decide what they look like on the outside. I would really like that too. Now, of course, you guys know I'm going to mention the one and only. I have to mention the fact, Brewster. I do think that if Brewster was going to return to Animal Crossing New Horizons, which the data mines have basically confirmed that he is, I think a 2.0 update would be the perfect time. He's one of the most popular missed characters. We know the Roost is coming back, and according to the data mine, the Roost will be coming into the museum as a part of that, as a new sort of museum shop. So I think the Roost could pop up there again for the anniversary of the game 1 year on, March the 20th. That would certainly be such a nice surprise. Honestly, if they did a 2.0 update and that's all it had, I'd be more than happy. But I think a 2.0 update really would add sort of more bigger features like this, rather than the small sort of event-based updates like the one in January that's coming up, the one that we just had in November, and of course the one in October. I think those were just geared towards events, but I think that we could see a proper big feature update coming in March potentially, or at least sometime next year whenever the 2.0 update does decide to drop. Of course, it will go up to probably 1.7 when it does the Pave one, so I know you're thinking, will they just skip to 2.0? And that's very possible. A lot of video games do actually just skip forward, which I think is a lot of fun. I know Stardew Valley did something very similar to that, and I think other Nintendo games have done similar things as well. When they've got a really big update, they skip the numbers forward. So we could definitely see that happen, and I'd love to see the Roost included as a part of that. Now for a message from our sponsor. Are you tired of your pockets being cluttered in an unorganized mess? Do you have one of those old, pesky wallets designed in the 90s? Well, look no further than the Ridge wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket. Your Ridge wallet can hold up to 12 cards plus cash. There's over 30 colors and styles, meaning you'll be able to find one that suits you perfectly. I received mine a few weeks ago and I've been using it ever since. I love it, but don't just take my word for it. The Ridge wallet has over 40,000 5-star reviews online and has been endorsed by many creators on this platform. The durable materials means each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. You could buy this one and carry it for life, which sounds like a pretty great investment to me. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it that they'll let you test drive it for 45 days. You can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it like I do. With the holiday season fast approaching, this makes the perfect gift also. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/crossing. That's ridge.com/crossing and use crossing. I do think things like gyroids could finally make their comeback. I mean, I'd certainly be over the moon to see the gyroids come back. Just some of the missed things from the previous game that are currently in the data mine but haven't made it out yet. The gyroids are one of those things that are in the data mine, so why they haven't included them yet makes me believe they are saving them up for this update. And that would be really great. I know they are missed by so many players out there, myself included. They're adorable, and I actually really do think we need to see them make their return. So Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is something I just want to mention a little bit more here because it really does give us a good indication. Pretty much every anniversary of Pocket Camp, it got a big update. I can't quite remember what happened on the first anniversary, but I do remember it being pretty significant. And I do remember that Pocket Camp's first year wasn't honestly too exciting. It didn't have too many items, there weren't any sort of insane features, though it did get some cool updates. But you could say the same for New Horizons, so I definitely think year 2 of New Horizons will have a lot of exciting stuff for us. I'm hoping way more items, a lot from Pocket Camp would be great. I'm hoping more features like the ones I mentioned here. I don't think we'll see many new events. I think this was the year to add the events, bring back some of the essential features that you kind of need for those events like swimming and such. And I think that next year we will actually see some of the beloved stuff from previous games return, like the Roost. So I'm really hoping for that. Of course, this is just speculation, and these are just my ideas for a 2.0 update. We of course do know a 2.0 update will happen eventually. This game is getting updated for 2 to 3 years, so we know it's going to pass that number, but of course we can't say for sure what that update will include, but I'm hoping it'll definitely include some of these things. I'd love for you guys to tell me in the comment section down below what you would like to see in a big Animal Crossing update next year. Do you think that a 2.0 update could potentially include some of these things? Let me know down in that comment section, and I want to thank you for watching this one. I want to give a big thanks to the channel members for supporting the content I make here. If you want to become a channel member and get a whole bunch of cool perks, click the join button down below the video or click the link in the description to learn more. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to show your support. You can also subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to turn on channel notifications to get notified when I put up new videos.